You may be eating organic foods, but what about the drink you're pairing with them? If you think there aren't organic options, think again. Fox 21's Laura Forbes joins us now with a preview of this week's Going Green. Laura?
Well, Steph, many liquor stores have noticed the trend in organic foods, and they're responding. They are adding many different kinds of organic wines to their selection and even a few beers. As they've researched organics, they've found there's a lot more on the market than they even realized.
I'm surprised to find that a lot of those more eclectic wines that I've always been a big fan of are actually organic or biodynamic, and they just don't really say that.
Now, if you're wondering what biodynamic is, we'll explain that and tell you more about the growing trend in organic wine later in the show. Joe, back to you.
When you think of wine, the colors that probably come to mind are red and white. But more and more wine drinkers have another color in mind, green. Fox 21's Laura Forbes tells us about the growing trend. Laura?
Well, Steph, while organic foods have been on the increase for several years, the drinks that often go with it have, for the most part, remained traditionally produced. But many store managers say that's changing, and changing fast. At liquor stores, wines are usually divided by type: Zinfandel, Chardonnay, or by region: France, Italy, Spain. But recently, many spring stores have been adding another area: organic. At Powers Liquor Mart, managers set up a section just last month, a response to customer demand.
In the past, say, year or maybe year and a half, we've seen the trend growing considerably more, and people asking more about it and being more conscious of what it means to be organic.
But knowing what organic means isn't as simple as it may sound. Some winemakers may use organically grown grapes or sustainable farming, but the process isn't technically organic. Others are certified organic, free of pesticides and other chemicals for at least 3 years. And then there's biodynamic, a more philosophical farming practice. Organic taken to the extreme.
So they actually will have a very controlled number of predators and insects and parasites and so forth on the land, because it's part of the whole procedure to make the end result.
Gillum says only certified organic and biodynamic will be singled out in a special section, but that isn't as difficult as it might seem. He says many wines have been organic for years, but avoided the label.
More of these wineries are starting to say that we're organic, we're sustainable farming, we're biodynamic, because people are starting to understand what that means and actually care more about it.
The farmers and the growers are noticing that it's more popular.
Janine Young is the co-owner of Corkscrew Wine. She recently added an organic section as well.
I have some wonderful feedback. I have some customers that come in just for the organics.
Just like their traditional counterparts, organic wines come in many varieties and prices. While winemakers seem to be leading the way in the trend, they aren't alone. A handful of beers on the market are certified organic.
Beers are just now starting. That category is a little bit smaller, but it is growing.
And as the category grows, store managers say they will expand their organic options.
The consumers want things that are pure and come from the earth. Being that Springs is one of the most fit, conscious cities, it meshes.
If you're interested in trying organic wine for yourself, Powers Liquor Mart is having a special event in their tasting room on March 15th. They're teaming up with Whole Foods to pair organic wines with organic foods. You can find more information on our website, fox21news.com. Joe?